Today we're looking at the Monogram project. And in the Monogram project, we're looking at serif fonts and sans serif fonts. Serif fonts have that extra stroke or decorative edge on the end of the letters. And we can see here on the right side how that little edge creates a decorative aspect to the letter. This little inner portion here we call the fillet. A sans serif, like right here, does not have any such design or stroke. It's absent of a serif. Today, for the Monogram project, we're going to be looking at two typefaces. Our serif font is Adobe Garamond. Our sans serif font will be Gel Sans. Garamond is the name of a typeface based on pages printed by Claude Garamond in the 16th century in France. Gel Sans was created by the English designer Eric Gill in 1928. Its forms are more humanistic, less geometric than its German contemporary Futura. We're going to look at some monograms that we see out in the world. Here we're looking at a Louis Vuitton logo. And we can see that they're observing, whoever designed the logo is observing the stroke angle. We look at the angle of the V and the stroke of the italic L and how those align, and it creates some sort of flow. Likewise, when we look at the C&O restaurant logo, which is based on the C&O railroad logo, we can see that these two circular shapes are entangled with one another. This is the old logo, which really looks like the railroad logo. And this one creates an open space to create the and, or to have a space for the and. Obviously, the New York Yankees, we can see that the shape of the letter form kind of mimics the shape of the Y. This is GE's iconic monogram, which uses script to influence the flow of the design. J&L, which is a book company, and the J and L are acting as bookends. Notice that these two shapes look like bookends to emphasize that they are a book company. And obviously a lot of sport teams contain monograms. For example, UNC, Virginia Tech, and Georgia Tech. And look at how they've entangled all of these letters. The V and the T line up with an edge. The G, serif on the G, becomes the top of the T. Also UNC, the C is overlapping with that N, creating this iconic shape. And obviously, we have the geometric or symmetrical designs like Chanel and Gucci. And it's interesting to see Louis Vuitton and Coach and how these monograms become patterns that we see on their fabric designs. For our project, we're going to be doing experiments, monogram experiments, using Adobe Garamond and Gel Sans. For this project, we're going to be working our experiments in 72 points on a 6x6 inch document. And then you're going to complete your final versions on a 3x3 document, one in Garamond and one in Gel Sans, and you're going to choose your best version. So your final should look something like this. Thanks and good luck.